Alright, this is the first of the semi-finals. We have the upper bracket semi-final for the Pokemon Infinity UU tournament between Attea and Hajisama. This is the first time seeing Hajisama's team. We got a very, very brief glimpse of it there. I think Attea had already written it down as Haji shared his Mons earlier, so she knows what's up. We got a very slight glimpse. I think I saw Kyurem, I saw Etamon, I saw something else. I can't remember what else, but we'll find out very shortly. Let's see if Attea and her Machamp have a solution to Haji's master prep. Expert team building, one of the most fearsome trainers in the Infinity scene for sure. Previous champion. Here we go. It's the Oozma. Okay, so I predict that this is Scarfed. So I predict that Bill is about to die. But we will see if that is the case. I think Earthquake will kill. It didn't kill. Wow. Okay, that's actually quite important. Stealth Rocks is always useful in any game. It's not Scarfed. I mean, it doesn't matter either way. It's outspeeds regardless. So we see, perhaps, I think Expert Belt would have killed there. Could be Focus Sash. That would make sense. Maybe Stealth Rock, Earthquake, Tar Tantrum, Focus Sash. That makes a lot of sense as a lead Pokemon. Probably doesn't have anything that can OHKO Machamp, so there's going to be a big dynamic punch coming out on something. I doubt Haji's going to let it be Oozma. See what he wants to go into here. I'm surprised not to see the Scarf on Oozma. Do you know what that makes me wonder? Makes me wonder if Haji's Kyurem is Scarfed. Otherwise, there's not any great speed control in this team. I did see a glimpse of the team before. I just can't remember what every single one of those Pokemon was. But okay, Slowking makes sense here. You can take the damage and just pivot out into something if you so choose. Teleport, of course, is in this game as of 3.0, so Slowking can do its slow pivoting regenerator shenanigans to full effect. Okay, here we go with Ceregal, a natural switch into Slowking. Very good. And of course, the confusion comes into play. So, going to be able to get free U-turn here. If that's what she went for. She's clicking ever so quickly and the frame rate isn't super high, so I'm missing some of these inputs here from my perspective. But my guess would be U-turn. Certainly makes a lot of sense from my perspective. Vegemon comes out. Vegemon! I think I read it wrong. I assumed it was red Vegemon, but Vegemon is an interesting choice. So I'm assuming a defensive Pokemon here. Vegemon gets Prankster with Toxic, Parting Shot, a few other tools, Leech Seed. So we got two little annoying Pokemon here facing each other down. I wonder who's going to come out on top. I have a feeling, I don't know if this is, so there's the taunt coming out, and I'm sure Haji predicted the taunt and went for the attack. We've got some nice sound effects coming through from our friends in the Discord chat, in the voice channel. Well, this is interesting. We've got a bit of a weird a weird matchup to start with. Obviously, Compost Bomber did a lot of damage, and we have a Toxic off here, so Nearly Headless Nick is about to be nearly out of this match if he doesn't get out of there with a U-turn, which he did. So that gets Ceregal back in, of course, taking big damage from the Compost Bomber. I think Compost Bomber is, am I right in saying it's a 50% chance to poison? I could be wrong about that, but that rings a bell in my head. So, well, two in a row is fortunate. It's not remarkable. So there we see a poison jab. But Ceregal is on a timer, so I would say this is probably the last time Ceregal can switch in actively. It can be saved as a revenge kill, it can be saved as a sacrifice, but it does mean Attea is running out of switch-in options for some of Haji's offensive Pokemon, such as, but not limited to, Etamon, which is one Pokemon that's quite hard to deal with for any team, and without Ceregal to come in with Intimidates, resisting jump kicks, it could be tricky for Attea to deal with, especially if it's got Dark Network and decides to try and start getting contrary boosts. Haji thinking long and hard here. And there does come the Etamon, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a Dark Network here. There's no Steel type on Attea's team, and that could spell real trouble now. No, it goes for the knockoff. Okay, so a mid-ground play. Nothing to sneeze at. Etamon does, of course, outspeed Machamp and will take any hit with a Violite, although confusion's always a risk. Jump kick nearly gets the KO, but not quite. Here we go. So now it's going to come down to confusion once again. I'd like to see us stay in here with Machamp. The speed that Machamp has, you're not really going to be able to get a chance to do anything more with it. So, well, okay, goes into Birdramon. Obviously, that means Haji's going to get a chance to defog away the Stealth Rocks. There we do see that. I don't really know why Attea is staying in here. You don't have any way of threatening Birdramon, so you need to get out into something that can do damage quickly. Unfortunately, that Pokemon no longer really exists on Attea's team. It's Birdramon matches up extremely well into the rest of the Pokemon that Attea has on offer, except if she can get a boost up and maybe some Stone Edge action with Zygarde. That would be, I would say, the one chance left. So we will see. But yeah, I think this needs to be a U-turn out into Zygarde now. I don't really see another option. You can always sub on the future site. So of course Oozma's still here, kicking around, ready to do damage. Zygarde does come out. You gotta hope that the sub comes out here. I don't really see the point in the sub right now. You might as well just go for the Earthquake to get the kill. Because either Oozma breaks the sub and then Future Sight comes out. Well, no, I mean, that's exactly what's going to happen. No, interesting. Oh, and she went for Coil. Okay, never mind. So that's going to do a lot of damage. Not that much damage. Okay, if you can... I wouldn't sub here because you're just, it's just going to take a Dazzling Gleam. I'd go for... You need to go for Stone Edges here. You need to get Stone Edge crits very quickly. Yeah, that's not going to help you too much. Go for that Stone Edge, hope for a crit. Here we go. This is going to be a crucial turn. No crit. Can you live? No. So I think without that substitute, you would have been able to 2-hit KO with Stone Edge there. But now things are looking tricky. There's nothing, of course, that Nick can do here. U-turn's not going to do any damage at all, and you can just roost with Birdramon. And that's looking like game over. Heatwave comes out instead. I'm not sure I agree with that play because that means more focus. Oh, was that clicking so fast I can't see? It looked like she selected Outrage there, but she went for Poison Jab. Obviously, took the Birdramon out. So I don't like that play from Haji. Haji could have easily just roosted up in the face of the Mockroach. I suppose fearing the taunt, but even if you get taunted, you just Heatwave the next turn and it's the same outcome. So, and here we see the ace up Haji's sleeve, the Kyurem. Of course, Birdramon can deal with Kyurem. Unless it's, I don't know, I can't see a set that Birdramon could use that doesn't get dealt with by, that Kyurem could use that doesn't get dealt with by Birdramon, so. But of course, Slowking being at full HP makes it difficult for Birdramon to do anything as well, so I think Slowking probably just wins the game now. It's coming close though. I must say, very close indeed. You can try and go for Nick, but I think it's just going to be Scalds. No, Slack Off. Well, okay. In that case. But with only Sucker Punch, it's hard to... yeah, you need to U-turn. Doesn't do enough damage. If you U-turn into Morpho... Yeah, it's... yeah. Had to gamble, I guess, on another Slack Off, but it was never going to be... never going to work, I think. Sucker Punch does work? Okay. Colbur Berry. Nice prep. Nice prep for Haji there, so that's going to be game, I think. Slowking, of course, can just slack off to its heart's content here. Even if you get a burn with Heatwave, it's not going to do the business. We're going to see a slow finish to this game. Slow and grindy, but I don't see how Slowking can do anything but win here. Goes for Scald. I mean, I don't agree with that. I, I can't believe Haji went for Scald there instead of Roost. You could just Roost for free. Oozma's still here. Okay, my bad. I was forgetting the Oozma. That's fine. Yeah, Haji had it in the bag all along then. Tar Tantrum's going to finish it off. I thought it was just Kyurem left for a second, and then that would have been difficult. But there we are. Haji takes the game. Very close in the end, down to the last Pokemon or two. Good match. Well played, Attea. Commiserations. And Haji advances to the grand final, to nobody's surprise. We'll see him there. Hopefully. Someone will see him there.